Good morning, everybody. I made it. I'm Donna from Purple Pinky Promises. Welcome. It is Tuesday, April the 19th, 2022. Welcome. Yay. Whew. All right. Did we make it through tax day or what? Y'all don't even want to know. We slid into home, though. I will say we slid into home. Yes. Anyway, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I decided that this morning I do need a project that I can hit the easy button on. And so that is exactly what we're doing today. So if you find yourself here, don't be shy. Say hi. Welcome. I'm gonna just kind of clean it up a little bit so that I can get myself straightened out. I'm going to show you these beautiful new papers that are in the store. They are from Honeybee stamps, and they're just absolutely beautiful. Let's turn this one over. I'm just going to kind of show you both sides of the paper here. So you have double-sided paper is nice in that you have lots and lots of options with double-sided papers. The only thing for me, and Lindy, you and I have had conversations about this, is which side. And you don't want to waste, sometimes you don't want to waste either side. You're like, can't you give me 10 sheets of each? But these papers are really, really beautiful. I've got some wood grain. Good morning, Lindy. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, so you've got some really pretty options actually on both sides of all of these papers. There's nothing ugly on any side. Sometimes it's like, if you're only going to give me 2 sheets, put the ugly one on one side and put the beautiful one on the other. And there's no ugly in this pack at all. So this is a hard one to decide. You may have to get yourself 2 packs of paper so that you have 2 of each, or 4 of, well, yeah, it would be 2 of each, 2 of one side and 2 of the other. So yeah, beautiful papers in this pack. I love it. So we are using this pack of paper, and this is called Modern Spring Honeybee Stamps. Okay, so that's where our paper comes from. And we're using our sentiment today from the foiled sentiments. I used the rainbow, I think it was last week, and today we are using the foiled sentiments from Pinkfresh Studio. And these are really pretty. And I have already done some work ahead of time. I have cut out my pieces using the Lacy Layers 5x7. Again, I decided I wanted this set to show you that you can not only use it on 5x7, but you can use it on an A2 card, because that's the size of our card today. And then our sentiment is going to be cut out with the, okay, guys, don't laugh at my inability to pronounce things, but Libris Dies. Libris Dies. I think it's Libris. Did I say it right, Lindy? You're the expert on pronunciation. At least you have been in my life most of the time. And so this, and we are going to use this stamp set. This is from Stampers Anonymous. This is the Flower Shop set. And after I cut everything out, I wasn't sure exactly what ink I might want to do this with. So we'll see how this goes. I pulled out some clay mask, and I pulled out some regular Distress Ink Vintage Photo. Good morning, Sharon. Thank you. Yes. I'm very, very excited that if you haven't seen my Facebook page, we announced last, was it Saturday or it was Sunday? I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember what day it was, but we announced that we are officially shop owners. Well, I am the owner of Purple Pinky Promises. But John is a great help, and he's been a great by my side partner in all of this. So yes, we signed a lease on a storefront last Saturday morning, and the projected move-in date, drum roll please, it is July the 1st. That will not be the official grand opening, but the official move-in date for us to get our stuff in there is July 1st. That's the cross our fingers, hoping everything works for renovations, because we all know the supply chain, it can affect that. So that's the hoping projected move-in date, and then we're hoping that we can get everything in there within a couple of weeks and set up. We'll see. But that is the plan. So we will be having classes all the way through the first Friday of June. And then we'll have a crop here. You know, we're limited on space, and we have been. So small crop on the very next day, that first Saturday in June. And then we will have no more classes. The rest of June, we'll be packing up our storefront things. Yeah, yesterday was tax day. Lindy's like, yesterday was tax day? Oh, yeah. No, yeah, yesterday was tax day. So, so we will be packing up our things the rest of June, getting things ready to move into the store so that on July 1st, we'll be ready to start setting up. We're hoping mid-July we can have a grand opening. It might not happen until later in July, but that's our plan. So anyway, yes, we are store owners, storefront shop owners. We don't own it, we're renting it, but that'll be our little store. And we'll have 3 times the space that we have here, which is very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, we feel very blessed. Okay, so I have, I think, yay, I pronounced it right. Perfect. So I have cut out some pieces with the Libris Dies, and I've used this oval one. I decided I wanted to do an oval for the sentiment instead of the rectangle, and I think that's going to really look nice. So to save paper, I cut my oval out of this, and also to kind of carry out and carry on our colors and patterns, I decided I would do that. Okay, so for now I'm going to set all of this aside, and we're going to stamp. But before we do, I'm going to actually kind of test some things on some, I think that's about right, isn't it? On some cardstock first to see kind of color wise what I like for our flower that we're going to put. We're going to stamp the flower directly on here. Megan said to tell you she's very excited for you about the storefront. That is so sweet. Thank you, Megan. Aw, that's so nice. It is very exciting. It's very, it does make your nerves twitch a little, but it's good nerves. It's good. It's a good nervous. It makes you very conscientious and careful about choices that you make. And so, yes, it's a good nervous. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and use that sticky spot. I forgot to clean that off, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to take advantage of it being sticky today. Just kind of put that there. And we took the foam out because these are red rubber and they are already mounted on foam. I'm going to use this piece right here. And I'm just testing color. Really, honestly, folks, that's all I'm doing is taking a look at what color we really want to stamp with. If we want to go with a brown or if we want to go with the clay mask. This is regular distress ink. And we're just getting an idea of what we want here. That's really pretty. So on the other side, I am actually going to, so we're going to stamp it on this piece right here. I'll show you. It's got some splatters on it, which are gold, which I thought would be really pretty with that gold sentiment, or they're goldish. They don't, it doesn't shine, but it gives it tricks your brain into thinking it's gold splatter. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn this over. I think I have it in the right spot. We'll see now, won't we? Yeah. We're going to try this clay mask. We might want to stamp off. I don't know. I kind of feel like, yay on your awesome new store. Thank you. I will say, I thought that it was built, I was thinking it was built in the late 1800s. But I still have to research it. I haven't been able to really get it nailed down. There are some people here in town that kind of know some things about it. So there is so I have some options to talk to some people about the history on the building, but it's old. It's really an old building, and it's being renovated, and we're keeping a lot of the historical in it. So giving an old building new life is really exciting. I love that. And keeping a lot of its beautiful charm is really important to me and my husband as well. We love old stuff. So, I don't like that at all. So we probably will not be going with that unless I see what it looks like stamped off a second generation. Let's take a look at this. See what we have going on here with this. I mean, that's possible. So now I'm going to take this off. This is a definite no, for me at least. And kind of just hold it here to see what I want. Okay, first let's clean up because there's not much room to move around. Yeah, that first generation is a little too bright for me. I love it. Yeah, there's a brick wall. And there's beadboard ceiling. Pretty cool. So, yes. Pretty cool. All right. Set that there for now. So what I'm kind of looking at is what I really want to do with it. If I want, do I need to clean anything? Do I want this on here? Or do I want the brown? And I'm kind of leaning towards the brown just for a little bit of contrast, like different, something different. I like that. I like the vintage photo. I really do. So I chose this sentiment because, look at it again. What do you guys think? You like the vintage photo? I think I like that vintage photo. I don't know. You vote. Which one do you like? Second generation clay mask. We're going to stamp it on this splatter piece. My only concern is that if we do it in this color, it might, kind of blend in there too much, but I don't think so. Or second generation clay mask. Vote what you like. I mean, the colors look really nice. They do line up. They look really pretty together. So, if it's a second generation, I don't know. Yay, let's see. It's quiet in YouTube and Facebook world. And I'm over here wishing that I had more coffee. I didn't get much sleep the other night, unfortunately. But I slept good last night. Clay mask, vintage photo. Going. Going. I know that the delay, sometimes people cast their vote and I've already chosen. I'm not very patient. I'm so sorry. I am biased towards the vintage photo. Yep. I like it too. That's you're the first one to respond, so we're gonna head that direction. Yes. All right. Here we go. Vintage. Yeah, I'm gonna stick it in here. Just like that. And oops, wrong way. Actually, I need to come up. I wanted to stay in the frame somewhat, and this is going to come off. There we go. I mean, we might be off on some of these, but I think we're going to get it for the most part. All right, here we go. Vintage photo. I'm sorry about all my corny rhyming. Making sure we get it all covered. Not really wanting to have to stamp it a second time, but if I have to, I will. Just want to make sure we get some good coverage on it. First round. Hold your breath. And that's really, really, really pretty. And I like it a lot. And I'm happy with the first image. It turned out pretty. I'll bring it up here. Really pretty. I like that the image is kind of, I don't know what you call that. It's like dotted, like a screen. I don't know, what do you call that? Screen printing? I don't know what you call that. It's gorgeous. It's pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay, we don't want that there. We want this out. Stick that there. Yay. So now all we got to do is just put this card together. I just had this feeling one way or another. I was going to use maybe some clay mask either on ribbon or twine or something. We shall see how we end up using it. So this is what we have. We have our background, and we're going to have it right here. This and our Enjoy Your Special Day. Oops, I don't need any of that anymore. We'll have this here. Like so. And we're going to do ribbon kind of over here. I picked out some Hug Snug Mushroom because I just kind of felt like it was really pretty with these undertones on this card. And I was thinking maybe we could even add just a bit of clay mask to it just to kind of see what we get with it. That's the nice thing about by the time I type and send it gets there, you're always on to the next thing. I know you're all of you are like, forget it. I'm not even gonna bother with it. She's just gonna decide. I get it. I understand. So yeah. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to test a piece and see what if we like it with a little clay mask on it. Kind of, well, I'll show you what I'm doing here. So I'm putting that down. Move this out of the way so I don't get my project all icky. I just realized I think I may have forgotten this step. So just bringing in a little bit of color with it here and there with that little tie-dye effect in it, I think would be really, really pretty. So we're just throwing in some clay mask. And here's how you get darker color, is you put it in straight, and then if you want it to lighten up, you put it in water. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing there. So now I'm going to take my mat, can take the heat. Now here's another thing, just another little tip. If you want that crinkled look, this is when you do that. This is when you get that crinkled look. You crinkle it up and you just do that. You can actually even put it back in your ink a little bit more to give it that more of a marbled look. I can clean this all up because I feel like we're done. So wrinkling it while it's wet. Thank you, Sharon. Now we can do this. It's going to do the worm. I did want it to have a crinkled look, so you want it crinkled while it dries. You can also do this. Another thing you can do is get your, I think I might have them all out in the studio. But you get your tweezers and you hold on to them. And that probably would melt because, oh, there they are. I have these tweezers. Yay. Honeybee. So you can do this to hold on to it. Dry it. And then take that off. That feels pretty dry. So then we kind of scrunch it up again so that we expose the wet. Okay, we can get it dry. I think we're good. I am going to set this aside for now because there is something that I did want to do. And one of the things that I wanted to do with this is I did want to use some of the other stamps in this set. I wanted to use the, I kind of wanted to use this in the background, and I might even, I do want to ink up some edges. I just want to vintage it up a little. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to kind of take some of this and bring it here and there willy-nilly. I think that's enough for me. No, I want it bigger. I do. There. Okay. So, one of the things I don't want it really dark. Where's my paper? I'm going to do a first or second generation so that it's not so dark. I want it lighter. So we're going to start down here, kind of like so, to get a lighter effect from that. Now I'm going to ink up this and just kind of go on the opposite. Like so. Perhaps, maybe. Let's see what we got going here. I think I might do more of this. Yeah, I think I'll do that over here. Just a little bit. Nope, I decided I'm not going to do that there because I have it right there, it looks like. And I'm going to instead do this end one here. Just a little offset from that too. Like that. And I like it. Yay. Just a little bit of different stamping to give it that vintage handwritten look. There you are. So here we go. Now, we could also do it on that as well. I am for sure going to ink up these edges. Most definitely. Most definitely. So I feel like we could stamp this up, but I don't know if it's going to be too much, you know? I think I just might ink up the edges for now and see what we have and how we like it so far. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to soften this up a little bit. I'm using Vintage Photo, and I might soften it up a little, just going over it just ever so slightly. So it's not so harsh. Let's see. And giving it an old look as well. I thought I would go over this just a little, not a lot, just a little in places to kind of give it leaving a little bit of that white on there because we do have some white on our card. Just softening it a little. I might ink up in places, not everywhere, just in spots. So taking something that's clean and simple and giving it a little vintage feel. Something else we could do with this is we could splatter a little bit of clay mask on it. I mean, I'm just saying, we could do that. I don't know. It might be a little brave. But I think we're just going to go with leaving it as it is. Although, I don't know, guys. It might look kind of cool with a little bit of splatter of clay mask on it. It might. And I just might. I just might. I'll give you time to comment about that. Looks like a little painting from the Orient. Ah, kind of does. It kind of does. And now I'm just going to kind of go over it. Just a little. I might give this also a little more of, so it's not so stark and bright. Just give it a little softening as well. And we're going to do this. We'll do this. It's coming together the way I envisioned it to be. So yay. Okay. Let's do this. I don't fuss a lot when I am inking things up. I move quickly and I don't want it to look like it's purposed too much. I like it to look natural. That's just kind of how I roll. So, some people may do it a little bit different. You could also tear some of these edges to kind of give that look. I've done that with some of my classes, kind of showed people how to do that. But today we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna keep it more clean for this particular card. So you could do more layering. You could we could die cut some florals and not florals, but some leaves, and we could actually, you know, do that sort of thing with this card. I think I'm going to keep it simple today. So what I'm saying is that you could actually bring some more florals out here, die cut florals, ink them up, and kind of help that flow with this card a little bit more. So this is what we have so far. Really pretty colors. I really like that a lot. I'm going to thread that through, and I'm thinking. I don't think I'm going to do the clay mask. But I am thinking about doing a die cut. I'm kind of tossing it over in my mind, thinking, well, why not? I have something in mind. I'm gonna grab my basket here. Let's see. I think these are not in the right place. I have some Pinkfresh, and I think they would actually fit. Where? They're in here. Unless I took them out. Hang with me, folks. I'm a lot more organized than you think. I'm so organized. My husband had no clue where to find stuff when he was trying to make a card for me. There it is. Yay. And you know what that means? He is not an organizer. I'm an organizer. So he couldn't pick my brain in my absence and try to figure out how I had organized it, because he's not an organizer. organizer. It's fun. It was funny. He came down here and he was completely lost. He was like, I don't even know where to begin to look. Because I have my own organizational style. All right. Let's see. I guess the point is, it's the most important thing is that if I need it, I know where it's at. Right? That's the point. So, let's see. I think we could actually fit it on here, but we may have to hang it off the edge. And that is completely fine with me because we are not going to use the whole thing. It's not, the whole thing's not going to show, I guess is what my point is. So, all right, let's get some scissors. Cut this up. The width is more important than the length. Thanks for hanging with me, you guys. I just kind of had a spur of the moment idea. Well, let's throw that everywhere. And yep, that'll fit. So here we go. Tape that down. Tape that down. And we'll hang this part off. You could always run it back through if we want the whole thing, right? And there we go. So, run that through. And what we'll do is we'll just kind of scooch it. Scooch it up. Take this through. This is what I was showing you in my live the other day with the, if you have regular sized plates, this is what you do with your long slim line. You just turn it back around and scooch it up. All right, and we are cut. I was just thinking, how pretty would this be if we were to ink this up? All right, die slamming. That's how we get those out of there. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do? Do we want them to mirror the flower? I was just thinking that this looked a lot like the leaves on this. And so I was just thinking about inking that up in that vintage photo and just kind of setting in here willy-nilly as kind of like some layers. I just think that would be so pretty layered, like kind of like that. You can see that. I just think it adds a little extra touch that yeah. All right. So I'm not going to ink it up like horrifically or anything. I'm just giving it a little bit of touch of, so it's not stark white. Okay. And that's what we're going to do. I think that's pretty. Yay. Yes. Yes, please. Okay, I'm going to cut that off there. And then we have something to use somewhere else. Oh, that sounds ferocious, doesn't it? Somebody is not happy. So I'm just trimming off where I cut off the branch there. Just kind of curving it back so it looks a little more natural, like it was meant to be like that. And I think maybe just like so, or you could even kind of go, I don't know, bring that up more. You could bring it out through here. I'm just playing with it right now. Just figuring out what I want to do. Oh, thank you, Dottie. Hi, Dottie. No, you're not really late. I was late too. I'm not worried about that. Okay. So thinking, you know, down here, kind of that way it's peeking out. So we have a little bit more in a different spot. I don't know. Or kind of like that. I just kind of like, I think I like it like that. I don't know. What do y'all think? A little bit further down, perhaps? It's pretty. It's soft. I like it like that. It just gives it that added touch. All right. Let's do this. So one of the things I felt like I wanted, so I think I'm going to do that for now, is that I wanted to put this part on dimension. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this together. Where's my glue? Oh, we used it in class. Okay. And this was, remember from last time? There's no way I don't think I'm gonna get this unclogged. Oh, maybe I did. Did I? I forgot all about it. We'll give it a whirl. We did it. Hot diggity dog. Maybe. All right. And there we go. Yay. Thank you, guys. You guys are so sweet. I'm blessed. I am definitely blessed. Little backstory about Lindy and Sharon and Dottie that are on here. Dottie and Sharon are a couple of gals that Lindy and I met at a crafting bed and breakfast years ago. And being at that place, which I believe it was Susan that told us about it, is kind of what has inspired me to do what I am doing now. So it was great to, it's just great to have this come full circle, having you guys here on live with me and sharing, you know, just being a part of the influence that you've been in my life, all of you, and, you know, that we're still reaching out and being a part of each other's lives today is really, that's a big deal to me. Really is. Okay. Go. So this is a big wheel of foam. I will post a link to this foam. I just a little FYI about it. It is not as thick as your other foam. It's a thinner and it's a whole lot more flexible than the Scotch. So just an FYI. I don't know why I pulled that off. You know, sometimes we do stuff and we're like, why did I do that? Impacting the sticky of it. There we go. And yep, making a mess. That's how I roll. Let that go. It's driving me nuts. And there. I think we're good. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for joining me. And Dottie, you know what? You can always make a day trip, not a day trip, but you could always make a weekend trip up here at some point. You girls could stay at we live right by the airport. We have lots of hotels and whatnot around here, so close by. So you could make a trip up here, or you could just come stay at my house now that I have room. now that my storefront's leaving the basement. Okay, so I need to come back here and figure out where this is gonna lie. I think I'm gonna have that there. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Just, I'm not gonna put a whole lot of glue just here on these branches, and that's about it. I might put some here and here, but that's about as far as it's gonna go. So I kind of want it up, and I want it to lift. It's kind of, so I am going to glue this down because I want it to have some, the background of it have some dimension. Yes, it does look like a painting from the Orient. It is soft and relaxing. I do have scrapping space. In my store, I do. I absolutely do. That it was why we picked what we picked, because it is going to have it will have space for people to come and crop. So there, that is part of the plan, is to have a little bit of space for cropping. So yeah, we'll have a little, I mean, it won't be a huge space for that. Well, being that John and I are the ones running it, I don't know that we could have a really big cropping space anyway. Trying to run a store and cropping that can be a little overwhelming, and classes too. So yes, there will be a space enough for people to come and do that. Yep. We will have tables in there. So yes, it's going to have a real vintage vibe, kind of like the industrial farmhouse look in there. So we're very, very, very excited. All right, so this is what we're doing here. Okay, get rid of this for a minute. This is going to go up on dimension. So I put it away, and I shouldn't have. I'm going to grab a bunch of it and cut it up. I think I grabbed too much. That's okay. That's good. Yes, it'll be fun. We'll have to coordinate a weekend for you ladies to come and stay. That'll be so much fun. It'll be just like the old days. I would love that a lot. Okay, I need to get this flower down. So I think we're just going to kind of go like so with it. Trying to figure out where I want this to lie. I think I don't want it to cover it completely. I think I want it to go like that. So I wanted to bring it. Oh, I should have brought that up further. Can we still? Without impacting it? No, we're going to leave it. So maybe instead, if I do that, we could kind of help that along. Okay. Yes, that's where I want it. All right, so getting that glue on there. Now I know exactly where it's supposed to go. Glue that down here. Glue it down here. Absolutely, Sharon, you would not be left out of the group. Are you kidding? None of you. I would include all of you. Y'all are part of my scrapbooking or my crafting journey. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Yep, that's what I want. So we're going to glue this down straight down since we've got that on dimension. Then we're going to tuck that ribbon behind there. But I feel like I want some of that ribbon left over since, oops, wrong side. I need to go this way with it. Because we don't need much on that side. We need more over on this side. I just want to tuck that around like so. We probably should put some dimension on this side. It's hanging off that just a little. I feel like my glue is probably dried. All right, committing. We're going to bring this just around like that, this around like that, and I may actually tie that in a knot. Out front with some, and I've got a little plan with some twine here. I'm going to preserve some of that. Oops. I needed to pick that up, right? I meant to do that. So I'm going to set that here, center it. Like that. I'm going to bring some of these florals need to come down. Just a little. There we go. Now the rest can kind of stick up. And now I'm like, now what? I'll get caught up on my, yes. Okay, I was caught up, I think. So, I know I don't think I can, I mean, I probably could, but I don't really necessarily want to do that. Get a little teensy weensy bow, I could. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this twine and I am going to ink it up with some clay mask and give it a little bit of color, kind of like the same tie-dye effect that we had with the ribbon. But we're just going to do clay mask just to give it a little pop of color. And we'll see how that goes. Just like so. Just running it through. You could do this directly on your ink pad, or if you're wanting to go more subtle, then you add the water and kind of drag it like this. And I find it a little bit easier to manage this way than on an ink pad directly. But you do you. If you want to do that, you can. So now I'm not caring about getting my fingers all gross. I think that's going to be fine. And yeah. So let's do this. Kind of show you up close how it's got some dark in some places and light in others. And I'm going to grab the tweezers. They're here, aren't they? Yes, they are. Here it is. I need to clean up a little bit more. There we go. Dry enough. So I am going to incorporate this with it. I'm going to tie it in a knot. Let's see how this goes. Kind of bring it over. There we go. That's not really necessarily a knot, but it's tied. And then just tie a bow with my twine. And I'm going to keep it simple as far as trying to do bows goes. Do I have enough? I may have to. Excuse me while I reconfigure this. I think I need more. There we go. I trimmed my nails, and so now I'm like, ugh, can't grab it. So John, now I understand why grabbing things is so hard for you. Okay, I need more of this on this side. Okay, I think we're good. So I'm going to do that. I'm cutting it off so I can have some more to tie a bow. Let's see here what I mean. I don't know if I have enough. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe not. No pun intended. A knot. The extra twine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this with a glue dot right there in the center. And my glue dots are in there. They're also in the studio from class last week. Okay. I'm thinking, I don't know. That might be too many bows. We're going to do just one. I just think that's too much. So this is what we're doing. We might use that on another. So here we go. I was thinking it would look really pretty just like that, or kind of at an angle a little. We don't want to cover up day, so I think we'll do that. Yes, yes. So today we are trusting our Barely Art glue for this project. And I trust it. It's good glue. So I'm going to get a little, I'm going to create a spot for some glue here. I'm going to be generous because we want it to stay. I'm going to bring it at an angle, just like so. And we did it. This tiny bows. Yes. That's a little one. I thought I might want another one, but I decided I don't. Sometimes we think we know what we want, and when we get it, we don't. We realize, that's not what I wanted. All right. So, there it is, folks. Fluff that up. Get that on the card base. And there it is. Woo woo. Really pretty. I like that. We could put some gems, but not a lot. I was thinking some of these Pinkfresh would look nice. I would like these soft and subtle, these metallic pearls. The matte gold ones are really pretty. They work really nice for these vintage looking projects. So I'm going to put some in here and perhaps just do maybe one there. And let's see. And of course some here and there. And I think that's good. I think we won't overdo it or overwhelm it at all if we just stick to that. I might bring that. Yes, I like that. I'm happy. All right, where's my gem picker? There you are. Here we go. Oh, we were already leaking glue, weren't we? Thank you for stopping. Can't really see. And voila. Stay down. And there, that's it. That's all we're doing. Now we're there. I'm gonna make sure this stays unclogged. Thank you, Dottie. Thank you so much. And I don't know why I just did that. I have to have it from my card base, don't I? Just put that in there willy-nilly. All right. I love, love, love a vintage card. Yeah, I think I pushed whatever was clogging it back down in there. Come on. Nope. We were almost going to make it through this live, folks. Almost. There. All right, now we got it. Now we got it. And you can use this over ribbon. It works great with ribbon. I have a clog that I'm going to have to press through to get it out. It just really needs to be. It may go everywhere. That would be horrible. Thankfully, my project's on the other side. Come on. It always picks live to do this kind of stuff, right? Misbehaving glue. It was behaving for us earlier. So I am going to, no, that's out there too. You guys, I had to use more than come on. I may just run out there and get it. Save some time rather than trying to struggle with it. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go get my glue. I'll be right back. Packing pops. That's from the packing bubble paper from packing. Are you awake now that I've popped the packing bubble? Yay. We did it. This is going to cover the card front completely. And there we have it. We are done. Oh, thank you, Lindy. That is so sweet. Thank you. I think you do too. What's the truth? What's the truth, hun? I might just put a little more. I don't know. I kind of like that pop of white there, but I might soften it. Just a smidgen. Not a lot, just a little. Now I think I have it. Yay! Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, guys. Oops, what did I do? Oh, you guys, I tucked my ribbon back behind there. I'm glad I noticed that before it got stuck in. Has that ever happened to you? Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Wasn't paying attention to where it was laying down. I might trim that up a bit, just anyway. But yes, yay. All right, guys, I have taken up most of, over an hour of your time. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for always being so faithful, you guys. My faithful watchers, I appreciate it. I really, really do. And if you're here catching the replay, I appreciate you just as much. So whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Make sure that you don't miss any of our lives. And if you can't make it here with us live, and then you can actually catch the replay. That way, if you won't miss it if you hit that subscribe or follow button. And help a small business. Make sure you make a comment and hit the like button as well. So thank you. I love it when you guys pop in and chat with me too. It does help the time go. It really does. It helps a lot. So, and those of you who make comments, that also helps tremendously, as long as they're appropriate. So, thanks, you guys, and take care. Bye-bye.